Hello everyone, I am finally back with a Bath & Body Works haul. This is the $8.95 Candle Day haul for 2017. I did 3 transactions. I had 3 coupons. I'm sure I didn't get the best deal because I probably should have done the free item coupon with my 15 off 40, but the girl that was ringing me out wasn't the brightest tool, so I just figured I would separate them into 3. So I paid like $10 more than I was expecting, but I did get one more thing than I was expecting to get, so it probably works out. So I'll do the free one first. I bought this luminary, which I hadn't planned on because I found out the night before that candle sleeves would be on sale at the same price as the candles. I don't think it was all of them, and they have one that has the the vertical crystals that hang and they kind of move like in the wind kind of thing, even though they're attached, and I really like that one, but that's the one they didn't have. But I also like the one they did have, which is the crystals, but they're only 2 rows of horizontal, and they have more like a black or a darker finished metal, but it would only come up to like maybe here on the candle. And even though I don't even use sleeves, so I don't know what my deal was, it just seemed too short, but I like that one better. If it had been like 1 more row or 2 more rows, then it would have been perfect. So I didn't get that one, I got this one. I guess this is glass. It feels so light for the size that I kind of thought that it might be plastic, which of course wasn't really super safe. But this was, I believe, $24.50 originally, and she had to override it because it was on the shelf with another one, so it wasn't like someone put it. They couldn't have. I was there when they opened. Because I called my store. I'm just going all over the place. It's been a while since I did these things. So I called my store the night before, and they said they're opening at 10. But I remembered coming in for 10 last time, so I got there at like 9:30, and they were already open, and some lady was carrying like a bunch of bags. So it had already happened. So I decided to go an hour early. So I was there with about 10 other ladies, about 30 minutes beforehand, and so we went in when it first opened, so it's not like someone put them up there accidentally. There was 2 of them. So I got this one, and it's got an iridescent sheen. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can't. I can't tilt it because I have a lit candle in there, but I just thought it was really pretty, and it's huge, so figured I was getting my money's worth by getting it for $8.95. And like I said, I have a candle in it. Of course, you can't tell that it's how nice it might be because it's both too bright and not bright enough in here. So I bought this one, and then I needed to get it up to $10, so I just got, but first, champagne, which I think is champagne toast pocket back. I'm still stuck in it's $1.50, so I was like, oh, $1.75, okay. I mean, I only needed $1.05, and that's literally the cheapest thing there. And then I got for free, I got these socks. I could have gotten like one of the argan body washes or lotions or whatever, or I could have gotten a cheaper luminary, but like I said, I really don't use them, so I didn't really need them. I didn't even need this one, but you could put stuff in there besides a candle. I already bought one of these in a previous, well, I didn't buy it. I did a previous purchase thing where you buy like $10 and you get socks. So I got like it was Halloween time. I don't think I made a video on that, but I got a pair then, and now I have another because I love my unicorns. So now I have my unicorn onesie, my unicorn slippers, and my unicorn socks ×2. So, and those were $8.50 that I got for free. So that one came up to $11.38 with tax. Then onto the things we're here for. That would be the candles. So I did 2 purchases, like I said. I had the 15 off 40 and then a 10 off 30. So I did 5 candles and then 4 candles. So the candles were either $5.95 each or $6.45 each. Makes that easier. So I literally went in, I had my list, and I think I got everything on it. I didn't get everything on it because I had a slightly longer list than I could afford, but I knew I could afford 9 candles. So I didn't get it. How did I not get it? I just realized I didn't get Mary Mimosa. That's one of the ones that I smelled like a long time ago, and I was like, okay, that one smells good. I wouldn't mind having that one. I like the gin fizz one, the grapefruit gin fizz one, I think it's called. I like the packaging because it's like a neon pink, so you know, I wanted that, but I didn't really like the smell. It was too alcohol fizzy to me, even though you usually don't smell alcohol just because it says it's in there. So I was scoping out the place. I saw the Mary Mimosa. I could have sworn I picked it up. I mean, apparently I didn't, but for some reason I put it back. Maybe it wasn't strong enough on cold sniff. I have no idea, because I literally just went in with my list, put the candles in the bag, and then I walked around actually sniffing the candles, not the candles in the bag, you know, where the candles came from. I was walking around that place just to make sure I wasn't missing out on anything. Then I was trying to figure out how to get the best deal for the free thing. So it was longer than it should have, but there's literally 10 women with me when we first went in, and I think I waited like 2 minutes in line because there was no line. I was like, there's one woman ahead of me, she went in front of me, she went to, you know, pay and stuff, so I didn't have to wait at all. It was beautiful. But then we saw pictures of, like, I think it was Florida. There's lines around buildings, and there's some horror stories. Luckily mine was not that one, because I like my candles, but I'm not going to cut a hoe for them. So let's see. First up, I got whiskey butterscotch. Now, I'm not really a fan of the Harlequin thing, but I like that they're at least trying, and it's not just, you know, words. There's, as you can see, a good amount of worded candles this season. Whiskey butterscotch. I also like the top. That goes well with the Harlequin thing. So that one is creamy butterscotch, vanilla, and touch of sweet whiskey. I'm pretty sure this is just bourbon butterscotch, which I already have, but I do like it. I think I've burned an entire one from when I first got them. I don't remember when they were first out, but I was like, I don't really need this one because I have those others, but for some reason I chose this over Mary Mimosa. I'm just real ticked off at myself. And it does smell, I wouldn't say whiskey because I have no idea what that smells like, but it doesn't smell alcoholic, but there is something else to it besides, and it smells like butterscotch, not caramel, because it has a little bit more of that creaminess to it that the caramel doesn't have, because, you know, caramel is just sugar, whereas butterscotch has butter and caramel. So it's not like psychotically strong, but it is, you can definitely smell it. And it has that something else besides the butterscotch in it. So I actually really do like this one. And as soon as I saw this scent description online, I was like, I'm gonna have to check that one out. So I did, and I bought it. Then I bought Rise and Grind. Now, they did have the But First coffee, but I like gray wax, and I like being able to see how much is left in mine. So I went with this one, but they did have the other one there, just a regular lid. And this one is rich roast coffee, sugared brioche, and vanilla creme. And I actually had the Paris Cafe, and I can't remember if I have a second one of it. Could have sworn I checked to make sure, but then I apparently forgot. So I decided to get another one because I actually did burn one. I know, it's shocking, but I actually burned a candle. Burned it all the way down. It was beautiful. I'm pretty sure I had to, you know, babysit the wax and stuff, you know, probably had a cotton ball it, I can't remember now, but it just smells so good. It literally smells like sweet, creamy coffee and bread, but not like that fresh baked bread if you're in vendor wax. It does smell a little bit different. It's a sweeter, almost like a glazed croissant kind of smell to it. So I just knew I was like, okay, I'll get this one. So I did. Then I found this one, and it lived up to its name because, dear Santa, I just want a unicorn, which I think I have proven by this point that I'm a fan of the unicorn. So my first pass around, I didn't see it. They did have the eggnog one, which smelled okay, but I didn't really need it. Then the second time around, I guess some people had cleared some stuff from the very top shelf of one, area, and I just saw white. I'm like, and then I saw the silver. I was like, uh-oh, that's the unicorn one. So some lady had just moved away from there, and I just reached up and grabbed it. So I got my unicorn, and she is crushed peppermint fluffy marshmallow powdered sugar. So she's peppermint marshmallow, and I have burned peppermint marshmallow before. I think I still have 2 from last year and 1 from I don't know if it was the year before or if it was just a different packaging. I'm trying to remember, because I think there was 2 of the reddish pink packaging. It was the pinkish packaging, and then one that had the picture with the drawn on bulbs. So I love it, and I need another one, and I'm glad that I got literally the only unicorn. Alright, next up is white mint latte. Now in this one, I didn't even really sniff it that well even when I was in the store, because the only ones they had were right at the front, and I always feel like they think I'm gonna leave with the bag. They've never, acted like that, but I'm on heightened alert for some reason. So I didn't want to go back and sniff that one. So I did sort of sniff it, but I was literally, even though there was no rush for me to do that, I've heard so many horror stories that I was just trying to get in and out, so I was like not sniffing anything really properly. So they didn't have blueberry sugar, which I was like super sad about, because if you've watched this channel, literally like every order from a vendor is got some kind of blueberry in it, but they didn't have that one. But I did want this one as well. I wanted to sniff this one. So it's got a cute kind of top with a little snowflake. It's early in the morning. We're lucky I remember the word snowflake. And this is fresh peppermint, white chocolate, and whipped milk. So it's not really that much different from the unicorn one, to be fair. It does smell a little bit richer. It smells a little bit like an Andes candy, like that, the chocolate mint candy. If the chocolate mint candy had been like melting in your mouth and all you had was the leftover, that kind of is like really, really mild chocolate. But if I smell it in there, it doesn't really smell like white chocolate. It smells like dark chocolate. But it smelled really good, so I figured I would give that a go. Then we have Marshmallow Fireside. I burn at least one of these a season, usually 2. I've already done my 1 for the season. I got this packaging out of like the 7,000 packagings they have because I liked this pattern. I just thought it was really pretty. It's just a sticker, but I like it enough, so I decided to get this one. And of course, that one is, it literally, none of this makes any sense. Like, none of this has anything to do with the toasted, the Marshmallow Fireside that we know and love. But it says, made with notes of toasted vanilla and cedarwood essential oil. This is when they were doing the whole essential oil, so they pretended everything had essential oil in it. But it's a toasted marshmallow bonfire man scent. This is like the only man scent I like. So that's those. Then I got Girl Gang, because literally that's all anyone's been talking about since I got into Bath and Body Works candles. It's pink bubblegum. It was a failed test scent. I don't believe in the term failed, because I don't think they just wanted to, give certain areas. It just doesn't make sense how something like this could not pass tests. There's too many ones that everyone was looking forward to that don't pass tests, so I just don't believe that personally. Anywho, This was the very first thing that I picked up because it was the very first thing I saw in the store, because I'm like, ooh, bright pink, it must be Girl Gang. So Girl Gang, as I might have mentioned, is pink bubblegum, which is pink sugarcane, juicy watermelon, and vanilla. And number one, I love the pink. I'm fine with it being called Girl Gang, which is strange because, you know, I live in the hood, so. I do understand about the whole writing thing. It is getting a little tiresome, but then again, the same pictures over and over again are also tiresome. You kind of want something different, like when they do this or something, or even, you know, these guys, something different. So, pink bubblegum smells like bubblegum, but to me, it doesn't smell like juicy fruit because I'm not getting a huge amount of watermelon. I'm getting more of a gumball from a machine, so a pink gumball, which is basically what the former picture was. And there are people who have bought the new version of lavender marshmallow that has kind of that sweet shop picture on it, which is strange because if they're going to bring that back with the sweet shop picture, why wouldn't they do that for this one? But it's B&BW, who the heck knows what they're doing. So that is Girl Gang, and I do like it, and I do wish that I had gotten this one, a second one of this one, just because, you know, it's one of those unicorn candles kind of thing. Well, it does smell actually good. And then the blueberry sugar one, and apparently the Mary Mimosa. Those are the ones I wish I had gotten. Next up is Soft, which is pink petal tea cake, which was also from, I believe, the Sweet Shop collection back in the day. I don't think that was a fail test set. I think it just came out the once and never again, and then people were going insane about getting it. So it just has a plain semi-shiny lid, kind of like the Sweet Shop one, but not as fancy because it had a little bit of a detail on the top. So I got this one, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's talked up so much that I knew I needed to smell it, and then for some reason I bought it, like I was gonna miss out. So this is another one of those essential oil ones. So it's made with notes of rose petals, fluffy cake, and orange essential oil. It's a light pink, just in case my light is sucky. And I definitely smell roses, which I'm not a fan of. There is a buttery cake note, and I actually smell the orange in this one. I'm really not a fan of it, but apparently I'm one of those people who has to buy something because people talk about it. I've become one of them. Then I got a salted caramel. I wasn't sure that these were even going to be on the sale because I'm pretty sure someone said that these were going to be taken off, but they were in my store, and so I got them. Well, I got one. I also wanted the vanilla spiced pear, or whatever that one is, spiced vanilla pear, but I didn't really like the smell of it too much. So, and this one of course has the marble lid, which isn't real marble of course, because then this will cost even more than it already does. So that is salted caramel, roasted chestnuts, caramelized sugar, and spiced rum. And it basically smells like bourbon butterscotch. Like, I think I was sniffing them at the time, but I think this one smelled more like butterscotch. Yeah, this one definitely has more of a butterscotch. It has a tangy note, but it's definitely got that creaminess. Whereas this one actually smells more like what that should have smelled like. And I guess it's the roasted chestnuts. Like, there is something, it's not just like the salted caramel. There is something else in there. I don't think it's the rum. I think it's more likely the chestnuts, because I'm smelling like a nutty scent, I guess. That's all I can say about that. It's good, but it's not that much different from the whiskey butterscotch. And then the final one I got is Indulge Cinnamon Rum Raisin. And of course this is a new one, made for, I assume made for this, I have no Um, this is cinnamon, nutmeg, essential oils, and notes of spiced rum. So apparently everything has friggin' alcohol in it now. I mean, it is rum raisin, so no. And this is a really dusty purple. That's what I'm getting out of that. Some people might say it's blue. I don't know. I say purple. So I saw this. I knew I wanted to sniff it, but I wasn't sure about the, you know, cinnamon and the rum. And it's different. It kind of makes me hungry, but I can't really say what I'm smelling. Like, I don't smell raisins. I don't really smell rum. It's a bakery, warm, sweet. I'm really not helpful today. I'm sorry. So that was my semi-small order. I mean, it's 9 candles and a luminary. So I spent $70 and I saved $175. So that's pretty good. Not great, because I assume if I had done, you know, that whole stacking thing, then it might have worked out. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry this was long, but it's been a while since I got a candle and needed to talk. Thanks for listening. Bye.